Hello, we're back. What is this? Episode 6 now? I've started at 5.
I've been here
I think
for a
it's
full
6.
month now.
It's
been
okay.
5.
It's 5 because you've been here for 4.
Yep.
We've got a guest star today. Our first guest. Well, Trevor was our first guest star, but now he's a
Trevor
part
is
of
not
the
much
show.
of a star, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
Now we've got the guest
first
star.
real
star.
You guys should see Solomon over there with this fucking fat ass goat.
Introduce yourself,
Okay, mister, I only had cigarettes for lunch. Shut up.
bitch.
Hello, I am Alex David Brooks, award-winning actor.
We've
Oh.
talked about him on the podcast before, specifically last week.
I told
the mall.
the story that he would have told.
Yeah, we talked about our mall experience with the hot cashier and stuff.
Oh my
yeah.
Trevor
my
acting gay.
God.
Me acting gay.
Yeah.
Who doesn't
It's
have
burned.
gay?
That's why I've been smoking cigarettes today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know,
Basically
cigar-
the
good
same.
luck.
smoking cigarettes.
You know, cigarettes are bad for you.
Cigarettes are bad for you, but let me
Nah,
tell you what. When
I
I'm
came-
in my cook uniform and I'm sitting on the porch,
I came ready with a presentation.
When
about
I'm
tobacco.
listening to Deftones,
when I'm listening to
4 a.m.
Deftones,
4 a.m.
I feel like
So-
a true cook. Let me tell you what.
We got beatbox again here today, but I'm the only one not drinking beatbox. 'Cause,
Charlie's rating went down to a 3.
Yeah, after last episode, there's some videos of the three of us just absolutely.
Dude, what the fuck?
Every time.
I didn't even
Every
You
time.
always fuck with the
The
audio.
beatbox is kicking up already.
There's some videos of us just unhinged, and after Solomon and Trevor left around 1 a.m., I threw up like 12
Dude,
times. 3 a.m.
I get
Threw
a
up like 12
text from
times.
Charlie, and it's just like beatboxes are a 3, and it's a video, and it's on his face, and then it just fucking double clicks and turns around. It's just throw up all over the toilet. I'm like,
Yeah,
poor guy.
great time.
You missed the bowl?
no, it was like in the toilet.
I
Like, it
did
was like
miss the
all
bowl.
over.
I don't miss the bowl.
It's like a spray.
Yeah,
right here, pal. Not like you.
Red or blue?
red or blue.
Blue. I had some red. I'm patriotic today.
So
Plenty of white in you.
I guess the first thing to start with.
That's good. That's good.
So
I know.
Last week I remember talking about how I had a great day on that Friday. How I went to the brewery with my dad and and everything. And Vimkor was there. So this
Is that the day where I showed up before?
No.
Okay.
That was just last week. That was a week ago. Last episode, and I talked about how I had a great day.
I remember
Well,
that.
I had another great Friday.
Vaguely remember that.
I had another great day today. Guess what I did?
The same
I
fucking
went
thing.
to the brewery with my dad and my family.
This man is consistent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
I
played
think
card
he's an
games.
alcoholic.
A little bit.
There's a motive.
I didn't drink for a week straight, which was actually a good streak for me, which is unfortunate to say, and it's really sad.
Hey,
to hear
no.
coming out
Hey,
loud.
progress is
Because
progress.
that beatbox fucked me up, and now even just looking at the beatbox, like I'm sick to my stomach just looking at the cover of it. Like,
This?
yeah, it's just making me feel gross.
Clink me
So I
out.
put silica beads in my last drink. I was
Yeah,
like, I can't.
yeah.
I physically should not drink this anymore. I dumped a whole bag of silica beads in it.
That's it. You cut yourself off.
No, I can say that my first time drinking beatbox, it's like a bad omen in my stomach. Like, I know this isn't going to end well. Like, this tastes dangerous. That's not good.
It is dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
Yeah, and the issue being was, I mean, we knew we were drunk when we were recording, but like we didn't feel all that drunk
Yeah.
until we stood up and left the podcast.
No, I
That's
And
where the
we-
real content began.
And I
We-
shit on Trevor's face.
Yeah,
Dude, this
you
fucker kept
did.
farting like constantly.
You don't need to pull up
Yeah.
videos. No,
Yeah,
No, I'm
already-
not.
I showed Alex all the videos. I was like, "This is what beatbox did to us."
I'm scared. The podcast has me scared.
The podcast
Good.
Piss Pit is Ugh. Oh man, the throw up is already coming. Piss Pit is legendary.
It is
This
legit.
one isn't legendary.
Yeah.
I think you guys are just alcoholics.
No, you guys have joined.
Yeah.
You
No,
enjoyed
the
it.
first like half hour of Piss Pit, we're all like talking about stuff, and then all of a sudden,
It just
like, we all
spirals.
slowly just start getting drunk, and then it ends up going on for another hour. And we're,
Yeah.
at the end of it, we're just like fighting.
So this week, I
Be more civil.
I'm
We have a
talking about
woman story?
earlier in the week. We'll get there.
Okay.
We're only 2 minutes.
Well,
4
usually we
minutes
start
in.
out with a woman
Yeah,
story.
I know,
so-
but we'll get there.
I'm sorry.
So I worked this day. I come home from work, and I didn't work this day because I went to Trevor's house and I played Mario with his sick mom.
yes.
Yeah,
Charlie
and then-
surprised me
He's a
by
lucky
bringing.
bastard.
I
Mom.
brought Maud, yeah. And then I came home from his house, and Solomon's like, "I need your help with my room. Come over." And I show up to Solomon's house, and his room is fucking destroyed. This shit doesn't even look like a bedroom. There's shit scattered across the floor. There's a TV on the wall in one corner playing I don't even remember what it was playing. But
It was like the news.
Yeah,
I just
fucking
turned it on
boring
and I was like, I
news.
need a distraction. And it was like,
There's-
breaking news,
his-
8 fourth graders dead.
There's fucking,
Oh my
like,
gosh.
boxes piled on his fucking bed. There's 2 desks in the middle of the
It's
fucking
like
room.
bro just moved in.
Yeah, it was rough.
It
I'm
was
not gonna
bad.
lie.
But it looks good now,
I bought-
right?
No.
That's why he was late today.
Uh-huh.
He was
I was,
fucking with
dude,
his
I
room
was like
still.
almost in tears sitting in the middle of my room. trying to
Trash is
figure
trash.
it out.
Can I?
I told you mine's
for sure.
trash.
It is trash. You got it back
What
from
trash?
the.
I did.
your
I got it back
coworker?
from JJ.
Yeah.
And then JJ promptly went to the ER because he's like, my eyes feel weird. And then do you know what the doctor told him? Your eyes are dry. That's
Huh?
it.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
Wow.
it. He sat in the ER for 6 hours. He missed 6
Because
hours
his
of work.
eyes were dry. Speaking of your
He's a little
coworker,
stupid.
speaking of your coworkers, I'm really interested. Did you talk? How much money did that guy win on his over under bets on that Thursday night game?
I think it was like $2,500.
25.
Yeah.
So
Did he over under? Did
He-
he pick?
He went
Bengals?
Under on Burrow passing yards, anytime touchdown, Gus Edwards. That was all me, by the way. He did. I think he did the
Was it
under on
under and Mark Andrews?
Tyler Boyd's total yardage, and then there was one other one that I don't remember. But
Bro
he
popped
hit
off.
all of them.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah.
that was crazy.
And like, to be fair, I helped him out, so
You should get like half of that commission, but he's
So-
just gonna
so you
spend it
get
on more
royalties?
bets.
he's just gonna spend it on more bets.
Yeah, he's addicted.
Yeah.
Like
No,
apparently
great.
I am to
No,
alcohol.
no, it's not addiction.
It's
It's,
not
called
addiction.
commitment
It's not
and
a-
determination.
It's not addiction if you're winning.
It's exactly.
True.
If you're positive like 10 grand, you're not addicted. You're just good.
Just a god.
The odds are 50-50, man. Either you win or you don't.
Amen.
Yeah, a German
Amen.
guy says that.
So
Was it Hitler? He was
Probably,
Austrian.
dude. He lost, though. He lost the 50-50.
He
Yeah,
betted.
he
He,
lost
betted on
That
himself.
was, that was a fucking all-time loss.
I can
Oh.
survive this bullet.
Jeez.
dude, Alex is gonna get canceled in the first episode.
I hope I get rich and famous and they come back and I'm saying the N-word on the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's just get it out now. Let's just get it out now. Come
Yeah.
on.
Nincompoop.
So we're 7 minutes in. I guess should I start off my segment? the
Yes,
woman
the
of the
woman-
week.
Let's get the women of the week over with.
Get it out of the way.
Alex, sing us a song.
Women. Oh, American woman.
I was going to sing Ave Maria.
So
Oh yeah, hit it.
oh shit.
Too fast.
Yeah.
Too
Oh,
fast.
rough. Oh my god, the audio's been crazy.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. I don't think I have any crazy stories. Need to kind of remember my week.
Interracial babies.
I mean, yeah, that's the main
That's it.
story that I have. And
What?
So last week, someone said on the podcast how I should make babies with this black woman that I was talking about, the BBW,
The
because interracial babies are beautiful.
Alex has not been caught up
And
on the lore.
That is
So-
not okay for society.
So
Oh my
okay,
God.
wait, don't show the picture yet. You're already showing the picture. So okay, so I was like,
No.
I was like, kind of skeptical. I don't know why. Like, I was like,
Probably
I'm not, I
because of
wasn't
your first
super-
woman story.
Yeah, true. I wasn't super into her. Then I looked at Solomon. Well, I texted Solomon today. This was today, and I was like, dude, you're so right. And he's like, what? Because this was out of the blue. I was like, I need to make interracial babies with this woman. And he's like, see, now you get it. And I'm like, I understand, like, interracial babies are beautiful, but specifically this woman.
He's looking at
She's
They're
pictures of
fucking
beautiful.
interracial
adorable.
She is.
Interracial
You
babies.
cannot
She-
say that about
So
babies.
I can't pull.
you
I
can say
can't
it,
pull
but
up the
you can't say it's
pictures.
hot.
I can't pull up the pictures because I can't pull up the pictures because I'm recording right now. But can you go to our conversation and show these two?
Absolutely.
the
I just
pictures?
showed
Alex
Alex.
knows. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I just
So
showed Alex.
I
Fonda.
said specifically this woman because holy shit, like
Absolute 10.
out of my league.
But then I sent Charlie this. I sent a picture of Kip and LaFonda.
Kip and
Like, oh my
LaFonda.
god.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Love-
How do you
I'm
know
talking
this
to
girl? Is
hot
she, like,
internet
famous?
babes.
No, I know this girl.
You know this
I've hung
girl?
out with her. Yeah,
Oh my
we're hanging out again on Sunday.
Is that military girl?
Yeah, that's military.
That's
girl.
military girl?
That's military.
Oh
girl.
my
Show the
God.
other picture. Show the other pictures. You only showed the one.
I don't want to.
Okay.
No.
Just close
Show-
it. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, show me.
That's fine.
It's the same fucking woman, Trevor.
Show me more.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I mean, she's like set up for life.
my god.
She's set up for
You
life.
have to enlist in the army.
She's a psyop. She just wants you to get into the military.
And
it's working.
dude,
It's
yeah,
fucking working,
it is
dude.
working.
It's working for all 4 of us. Okay, yeah, I already saw that one.
Yeah, she's bad. I'm out of my league here.
She's probably
You
bad
are.
at driving.
She's from Texas.
Ooh,
Yeah,
red flag.
is that
Red Vine?
she
Red
she
flag.
she
Oh.
got deployed here for
She knows
she's
how
here
to
for
cook.
5 years.
She knows how to.
5 years?
She's here for 5 years.
That's enough time to make interracial babies.
That's
Yeah,
enough time to
man.
have like 4 babies.
That's enough to make her stay, make her quit
That's
the
what I'm
military.
saying.
9 months gestation period.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be the move. She's beautiful.
That's sick.
She's cool. Is she like? She have like a good personality and stuff.
Yeah, she's cool. She's
That's
cool.
cool.
She's cool as fuck. I
What you leave?
I don't know why it
Was that
wasn't
the one
like.
you saw the FNAF movie?
Yeah,
with?
that was the one I saw FNAF
the
with.
FNAF movie.
Yeah. We're hanging out again, but I drunk texted her while I was at the brewery, but she was like all over it. Like I was like,
Oh.
I was like,
Okay.
I was like, because we hadn't really flirted at all. Like we had just been talking like friends. And I was just like,
And then drunk Charlie came in
I
and
was
was like,
like,
"Let me put my dick in you." She was like,
she was all over it. Yeah,
"Do it."
yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Because like a girl like she's got to be able to pull like 90% of the men that she wants.
And you're like an 8. You know,
Yeah.
I'll give you an 8. I'll give you an 8.
Really?
Yeah. I'll give you
What
an
a
8.
guy,
Yeah.
dude. Me and Trevor are gonna fuck after
Yeah.
this.
I give Alex like a 7.
Damn, I'm above Alex.
7 plus 10, buddy. Don't worry.
Oh,
That's
shit.
more like
That's
it.
21.
I was about to get violent.
was about to
So
hurt
yeah,
you.
I'm sorry that Woman of the Week isn't as interesting.
It's okay,
this
because-
week, but I'll have some good
It's okay.
stories later on.
I would
have
like
a
this to
woman.
switch
yeah?
into a little bit of a movie review.
movie review.
It's been out for a couple weeks. I would like to talk about the FNAF movie. I
Why?
genuinely would.
Why?
Because Alex is here now.
Why?
I'm a bit of a movie buff.
And Alex is a movie buff. I like movies.
Hey,
Charlie likes movies.
Movies are
And
cool.
Solomon's just
I
fat.
watch movies. Oh my fucking god, dude! I'll have you know, I watched Black Sheep the other day at work.
Really?
Yeah,
At-
Ball,
at work.
And then someone was watching Moneyball 3 tables down
That's
from me,
such
and
a
I
good
watched
that
it.
is a good movie.
I watched it without audio.
So you saw it.
You saw
I
it.
literally just watched it.
Damn, I wonder what they're saying.
Man, that looks like a really
He was
intense
like-
scene.
We can get on base. That's
They're
all I
probably
remember.
talking about baseball.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I was like,
Monies.
all of a sudden, I'm sitting there, and Chris Pratt was playing someone, and I'm sitting there, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
holy shit! I'm
That's
like,
fucking
no, I was-
Star-Lord.
Yeah, no, I like sat up and I was like, holy
That's
shit.
Mario.
That's the guy from
That's
fucking
Garfield.
Jurassic World.
That's Mario. That's Garfield.
He
That's
hates Mondays. Oh my
Dude,
goodness.
ever since that movie
Mm,
came out,
Madonna.
the Athletics have sucked at baseball.
Athletics, to be fair, they've always sucked.
Hey, Moneyball worked for a little bit.
Moneyball worked because they had literal MVP and Cy Young players on contracts that were less than $1 million.
Moneyball.
Moneyball, baby.
Moneyball.
That's
Moneyball
Moneyball.
only worked because they had these poor Dominican guys who couldn't fucking speak English. And they were like,
Anyways,
we're gonna
alright.
give you $10,000 to play baseball, and they were like, "Oh yeah!" I'm like,
Wow.
Yeah, no.
Anyways,
Oh.
Alex, I want to know your opinions on the FNAF movie, buddy.
Speaking
Oh,
of Dominican
Jesus.
people,
Oh, God.
so sorry to interrupt. We'll get to the FNAF movie in a second.
I
So
guess.
this is quick. So this was today. This was today at work. We were striping trailer stalls for like semi trucks.
At a
And-
trailer park.
No. And it was at like a warehouse. And it
Okay.
was
Wasn't that funny, fatty?
it was super dirty. The parking lot was super dirty. And they sent whoever like actually works there, like the main contractor there. He sent out a crew of guys to clean the stall, like to clean the whole area for us. So
Mhm.
like usually we have to do all of our own cleaning, and like these 4 or 5 Mexican dudes just came out and started cleaning, but they
Jesus.
they didn't have a
man.
leaf blower, so they used our leaf blower, and they came back after the rest.
Leaf blower
they-
broken.
No, they left with the leaf blower for like 3 hours. We're like, we're never gonna get this. Isn't it's like an $800 leaf blower? It's a nice.
They
nice
looked at
leaf
that
blower.
shit and
Is
they
it
were
like the
like,
one
"Ah,
that
fuck
SpongeBob
yeah."
had?
No, they come back. They come back with the leaf blower, and bro hands me a $20 bill. He says gracias, and then walks away.
That's crazy.
He had a good time with
He had
that.
a fantastic time.
Same time next week.
They come back and like,
Anyways,
leaf blower?
we can go to the FNAF movie now.
All right.
I'll stop
My
interrupting.
Elmo leaf blower.
What? Alex, I would like to think of you as a pretty big guy in the FNAF universe.
I am pretty big.
You're kind of
He knows all the lore.
You're William Afton himself. Some would say.
You're putting me on the spot here. I'm gonna get so much wrong.
Yeah.
If you get anything wrong, it's okay. No one
It's
will
all
correct you.
yeah.
You get like 10 viewers.
So, opinions on the FNAF. How did you like it?
I mean, I thought it was pretty good. Vanessa.
You heard it here first. Pretty good.
Vanessa.
Oh my god.
Vanessa.
Oh my god.
Is that the
Vanessa.
cop? That's the cop,
That's
right?
the cop.
Yeah,
That's the cop.
she's bad.
And fucking Shaggy was in there.
Shaggy as William
Vanessa.
Afton. He actually, I think he did a pretty good
Yeah,
job
he's a
with
good
the
actor.
script that he was given. Because he
Matthew
wasn't given a
Lillard
good
is a
script.
fucking
I don't think the script was
dog.
that bad. I think they deviated from the lore a lot.
They did deviate from the lore, and I actually watched a video, and they're thinking about changing it so that they can do a second movie and it be a sequel instead of a prequel,
Yeah,
so that they can stay with the characters.
that,
But
that makes sense.
I feel like in the lore, like it just wouldn't make sense. The second one's supposed to be a prequel.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know
No.
what they're gonna do because
You ever
Michael.
watch Star Wars, Trevor? You know the order of the movies and everything?
Yeah, it goes 4, 5, 6.
It
Buddy.
goes-
So it goes sequel,
no, it
sequel,
goes-
sequel,
it
prequel,
goes-
prequel, prequel, sequel,
it goes
sequel, 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 sequel.
Future, past, and then everything in
No,
between.
it doesn't. No, it
It
doesn't.
literally
It goes
does.
future, future, past, 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 super future, super future, super future.
You could have just said present.
No.
Don't forget.
There's no such thing as the present in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Not when
Yeah.
super future's an option.
Super future.
But I-
Somehow Palpatine returns. What?
Best line.
Somehow, Palpatine
Dude, I was
returned.
out of my seat cheering when they said that.
When that happened, I was like the Shia LaBeouf like clap.
Yeah.
like,
I'm gonna
you
be
know?
honest. When I heard that, I'm pretty sure I was taking a shit in the bathroom because that movie was not good.
That was a terrible movie. A terrible way to end a franchise. Honest to
End?
God.
It
Yeah,
ain't over.
it's
I'm a-
over.
You see that baby fucking Yoda thing?
I'm
Goku?
I'm about to get canceled because I've only seen one Star Wars movie,
Really?
and it's
Why?
the new trilogy.
That's chill.
I don't
Oh,
know which one
yeah,
in the new
fuck you,
trilogy.
dude.
Yeah,
Which one did
Fucking
you see?
blows.
it's
You probably
the
watch
one
it
where
and you're like,
the
oh,
chick
it's a bunch of
the
queers.
chick is the main character.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
know.
the main character in all three.
Yeah.
She's the second one, I
The
think.
second Last Jedi.
Oh, the one
The-
that Ryan Johnson directed, where they start on the ship and then.
I remember
okay.
her running in a grass field with a spaceship shooting at her.
Oh, that's Rogue One. That was
That's
Rogue
Rogue
One. That
One.
movie's really good.
Yeah, that's an amazing. I literally, that's the only poster in my room because it's such a good
If
fucking.
you
I
have to
jerked
see-
off in the back of the theater.
I'm gonna ignore that.
we're gonna
was it-
breeze
was
through
it-
that.
Was it the theater in town?
Listen,
No.
Felicity
Okay,
Felicity
the blowjob there.
Jones. Felicity
Hold on.
Jones, the actor, is so hot.
Felicity, the one that we both.
I don't want to name.
No,
drop here.
Felicity Jones, the actor who
I don't want
plays
to
the
name
girl
drop.
in Rogue
Did you
One.
get Head to the Cats movie? Because I know a girl gave Head to the.
I
Head to
watched.
a
I
Cats
got
movie.
5 minutes into that
Oh my
movie and
God.
then turned it off. It's disgusting.
Which
I-
movie?
the Cats movie.
I watched the original
Yeah.
Cats. Like my grandma had it on VHS, and I thought it was okay. So when I heard that they were making a new one, I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" And I saw the trailer, and I mean everybody had the same opinion.
Threw
No,
up.
when they took off the buttholes, I
Okay.
tuned out.
It's like
No, the buttholes were the best part.
it was like
They took 'em out.
Oh, they took them
the-
out.
the
I never
live
actually watched
action Sonic, the first commercial that they came
Oh,
out with,
they
where he had
bullied
fucking
that.
teeth and he had tiny eyes.
What
They
was
bullied
the
it.
movie where they had the bad Sonic in it?
the
bats?
second one, I think.
No, because they like there was a movie.
Knuckles or
No,
Shadow.
no. So there was a movie. I forgot what movie it was, but it actually has like it's a cameo of the bad Sonic.
Oh, it's Chippendale.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
Chippendale. It's Chippendale.
Not the,
Wait, the
not
two
the male
fucking
strippers,
chipmunks?
not the male.
The
Yes,
two
the
chipmunks?
The chipmunks.
The Disney
Yeah,
chipmunks.
the
I
Disney
haven't
movie.
I've watched Chippendales, not the one with the chipmunks.
I love watching white men strip.
Oh my God,
Seven
Magic
naked
Mike.
cowboys at Ram Ranch.
18 naked
18
cowboys.
You know,
Cowboys
okay,
in
you know
the
what
showers
movie
and
I
Ram
really
Ranch.
want to watch,
Big
but I
hearts.
don't want to watch?
Cuties.
Brokeback Mountain. I really want to watch that movie. Cuties?
I'm just trying to ruin.
What, the oranges?
Yeah, the orange movie.
Yeah, not the children.
My
Oh,
dad,
wait, that's the one with the fucking 7-year-old
Yeah.
The
girl.
7-year-old stripper.
Fucking,
Whoa, what the fuck?
Hey, that's a cameo to fucking episode 3. Solomon talking about his black coworker. The fucking 7-year-old.
Yeah, I've adopted a characteristic from like just a new favorite thing to say when I'm not paying attention.
Where you talk about 7-year-old strippers.
No, I'll be talking to him. Shut the fuck up. I was talking to him, and if he's not paying attention, at the end of when you say something, instead of responding with actual words, he just goes, "Yeah."
That's how you know that you didn't have a conversation with them. You had a
Oh.
conversation with
Oh,
yourself.
but I do because then like an hour later he'll be like,
Some more.
"Dude, did you say you gotta pay $150 for registration in here? Like, I did like 2 hours ago, dude.
God, the way that you use voices, it just
It's
makes
incredible.
me feel, it makes me feel like I'm talking.
It's
to the
like
person.
exactly what he sounds like too.
It's incredible.
Is this the one who can't pronounce Spanish?
Yeah, he's like, El pollo malopro.
So I actually I'm gonna go back to one of the week for a second. This isn't related to
The segment is
it's
over.
It's not. Oh, it's not about. It's the same woman, but it's not like a story with her.
Okay.
So I was telling my coworkers about her, and I was so they were talking.
Someone tuned it.
they were talking about their girlfriends and stuff, and I was like, there's this girl I'm seeing, and they're like, cool, you're actually seeing someone. I'm like, yeah, she's like this beautiful black woman. He looks at me, this 18-year-old white kid, and he's like, you're fucking a, and then says the N-word with a hard R.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh.
I was like, oh.
It's like my brother.
And I was like, I guess
My brother.
I'm enjoying my time with a black woman, and he's like, no, it's a, and I was like, oh.
You were like, yeah,
I
man.
didn't say that.
He's like, you can say it if you're having sex with her, and I'm like, I don't feel like I can.
I don't think that's how the rules apply.
Yeah. Yeah, Moses is
Ah,
unhinged.
don't say his name.
I don't.
That's not his actual name. We use stage names.
Yeah, my name's racist.
Well, they know
You
your
said
name.
your
'cause
whole
you-
ass fucking name.
we
You
use
said
Why
first,
Coach?
middle, and
We-
last name.
we use
And
stage
title.
names
title.
for everyone else. Like
You
with
know-
what was the girl that Trevor was talking about? We called her like Katie or some shit. I don't remember.
Yeah, we didn't use
we
the
didn't
actual
use her
name.
actual name.
You know what I'm sorry this is a little bit off topic, but you know what I do when I'm really drunk and I'm trying to sober up? I'll
What's
repeat
that?
my full name,
Throw
my
up.
address, my social security number, and my phone number. And I will just say it out loud. And I'll just like mumble it to myself until I have it memorized. And then I'm like, okay, I think I'm good. And then I'll stand up and I'll be like, holy shit, I'm still drunk.
Like, God damn it, I gotta repeat it again.
Yeah, I'm like, yelling my social security number with like 20 other people.
I think you really do have autism. If it makes you feel any better, when I was a kid and I couldn't fall asleep, I'd do math equations in my head.
That's autism.
Yeah.
No, that's
12 times 7.
No,
What's my
seriously,
first one?
seriously, that's how I taught myself. fall
I
asleep.
Asperger's.
fucking
You had
count my
Asperger's.
steps when I walk. I can't stop doing it. I'll be walking.
You guys make me sound normal.
I'll be walking into work and I'm like 560, 560,
Oh my
564, and I
God.
can't fucking stop.
That's autism.
That
man.
is
That's
autism.
It fucking is.
That's
And
definition.
I asked my dad, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been doing that since I was like 9 years old." And I was like,
It's genetic.
"Is this
That-
passed down?"
Did I talk about the woman in the wheelchair last week? I don't think I
No,
did.
no,
I don't
no,
think I
no.
talked about it on the podcast. So it's not anything that special. I just saw a woman on my Tinder page with she was on a wheelchair. She was a YouTuber, and I took a screenshot of her and I
Wheels
sent
on
it to
wheels, baby.
I sent it to Solomon and Trevor, and I said, "Imagine the gawk."
Oh,
Yeah.
We're unhinged on this
Hey,
podcast.
way.
Hey,
Say your deepest, darkest secret right now.
Yeah, we talked about doing
Well,
drugs last
If
week.
we're getting back to racist things, I got some stories.
I guess
Speaking of doing drugs, do you have something planned for your segment?
I do. It's
We-
not
we can
really
segue into
necessary about him doing drugs. So we have a segment where I talk about my father and the
Yeah.
crazy drug. Last week,
An alleged.
alleged
Allegedly.
stories. Last week we're talking about how he
Which alleged father is this?
the one that's not, the one that's biological. The one that's
Biological.
biological. The one I don't talk to.
The one that came from balls.
Came from the balls.
Yeah, he
Last
shot me
week
like
we
rope.
talked about how he allegedly
You were this
smuggled
man's
drugs.
fastest
necklace.
swimmer.
I was allegedly everybody smuggled drugs from Mexico to Canada.
America
to Canada.
America to Canada.
America to Canada, and how he made me drink a beer at the age of 7. A little bit of lore. So this week, it actually doesn't involve me this week.
Oh,
this
shit.
is a story that my mother allegedly told me.
Allegedly.
So they dated, obviously. I mean, I had to come out of somewhere, and there had to be a relationship, so they porked. They porked.
We're talking about his parents working.
Your parents
So-
had sex?
My parents had sex. And pretty much so, it was her,
God.
my father, and then his best friend at the time, and they were going rafting, whitewater rafting.
Love that.
Alex is really good with that.
Done it a time or two.
A time or two. And so, no.
He used to
Stop.
that time. That's DP.
Yes, double penetration.
Dr. Pepper, dude.
Dr. Pepper, sorry. And so they were like going
Dr.
down.
Perky.
My father, had a bag of weed. They were smoking, having a good
Bag
time.
of weed.
Bag of weed. Because back then, it was like the 90s. So like,
The 90s.
weed was like a thing, but it was more of like, ooh,
they,
hush,
but they
hush.
called it pot.
Yeah, they called it
Mm,
pot.
You
Devil's,
stinky pothead.
devil's lettuce.
They called it grass.
You got any of that grass?
Got any of that? Yeah, grass. They didn't call it perp. They called
Cops
it
showed
grass.
up
The
in their,
fuck calls
in
it
their
perp?
fucking in their beanies and they say, "You have any marijuana?"
Now, why did you put your bottle cap in my drink?
Continue your story.
And so they were going down, and it was definitely, it was getting darker, and they were lost
On a river.
on a river,
How'd you get lost on a river?
on a river. So this is, have you guys ever been to? It's like Carnation Duval area.
Pull up a map. How to get
Yeah.
lost
Pull
on
up
a
a map.
river.
Jamie, pull up a map.
Well, it was the 90s, Charlie, and they
Still,
didn't have a
pull-
map on them
Okay,
Now, why not?
Well, the river goes.
because they're stupid.
It only goes one way.
The river does only go one way, but I know exactly what river they're on.
Well.
It's a very windy river, and if you go far enough, like,
You'll die.
well, no,
You'll
it's a little sketchy. So,
Whitewater rafting in the dark.
well, no, it was for the day, but they got really high, so they just kind of kept floating,
So they were
Oh,
whitewater
shit.
rafting
So they
in
were
the dark
yes.
while they were high.
and it got dark, and finally, like, they were all like, "Hey, okay, we gotta go, we gotta get the fuck out of here." So they pull off to the side, and they have no clue where the fuck they are. Okay, and my father drops the bag of weed in the water, and they go 3 miles searching for the weed down the river. All right, they say, "Fuck it, we gotta find the weed, guys," and start going down the river. And now it's
Soggy weed.
Now it's like pitch black, right? And they had to, I'm not even kidding, they had to go through the forest and like make a camp, like a fire. They had to chill, and they had to wait out the night. And like halfway through the night, my mom was finally like, "No, I want to go home. I don't know what's out here. I don't know what the fuck is happening." And like they had like a fucking, what is that, like logs for like a tent or like a fucking camp or something. And they heard footsteps outside, or like
Yeah,
like
like noise.
Like noise.
that is something alive.
and
Yeah.
all they had was a lighter. Obviously, I mean, let's be honest here. It's the
Yeah.
it's the 90s, guys.
It's the
Flashlights
90s.
didn't exist.
They had stone tablets for
So,
earbuds.
yeah.
Did they not have a paddle? Like they were rafting.
They were floating. They were,
On
Yeah.
rapids?
yeah.
Yeah, you do that. That's a thing. I've done that.
Alex is a big guy in
Continue.
this.
Continue.
And so there was like footsteps or like whatever, and like they sent the best friend out, and like
Of course.
he was gone for like apparently like allegedly like an hour or so,
Oh my
and
God.
came back and was like, "So I didn't find anything, but I found something." His exact words, right? "I didn't find anything, but I found something."
That was a genius.
And he's like, "I found fresh shit and a road." And they were like, "Okay, like where?" And he was like, "I think it's that way." And he like points just into the dark. And so they pack up and they start going. They hit the road and they walk for like all the way up until the next morning to like some fucking gas station. And they have like payphone or whatever. And they call their friend and they get picked up. But my mom refuses to go fucking rafting ever. She'll never go again.
You understand?
So
why.
speaking of like lost,
that's
in
pretty
the-
much the end of the story.
Lost in the forest.
Yeah.
Allegedly, the story didn't actually happen.
Allegedly, all this is
Making
alleged.
this up on the spot.
Making
Yeah.
this up on the spot. So
all in the head.
I was hanging out with two of our friends. We'll say their names are
Mike.
Mike and Peter.
Afton.
Mike and Boopy.
Mike and Peter, and we're just so you guys know who I'm talking about. We'll go initials. We got KC and MA.
Gotcha.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Mike and Peter.
Mike and
Um,
Peter.
So we were in Peter's his development. It's the newer development, in BD.
In the area.
Yeah, in the area.
BD.
Um,
Brain dance.
Bubble denatration.
Brain dance.
And
That's
we're-
wild, Trevor.
so we were in. So that
It's a cyberpunk.
it's a
reference.
very very new development, and we were in the area that was still being under construction. It was dark. It was night out.
Hold on. You have to acknowledge Trevor's Elvis.
It's
Holy
okay.
shit,
It's
It's
okay.
Elvis.
Wild. That's
So-
wild.
We were in the area that was
Mama.
we were in the new construction.
Oh.
I was 17, and so was one of the other guys, and Peter, he had just turned 18, and we were in one of the houses that was like you know it's just like wood panels. Like there's like a frame of a house, but there's no drywall or anything.
Gotcha.
And we were spray painting some of the walls, you know, being little hooligans, teenagers, and
Angsty ass fucking.
we
teens,
weren't
baby.
doing anything too bad though, you know, just some spray paint on some walls and playing some music, fairly loud.
Mhm.
What
can't
what
see.
song?
I just figured out the initials.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
It took me
So-
so long. I'm
So
sorry.
but we're not doing anything that bad, you know? Like we're not causing like
Still felony trespassing.
I
Yeah.
gave you the death sentence,
But-
I had to see
so
it, but-
so
Thank God Alex isn't the one.
we found at one point in the night we found this rope, and we tied the rope to one of the top like rafters in the house,
Mhm.
and we were swinging from it. And Mike, he decided to start swinging, and like there's this one piece of wood that was like angled like this kind of,
Like a 45
and
degree
yeah,
angle.
45-degree angle, and he started swinging into it and like trying to break it off. And as soon as he broke it off, so the house is like at the end of a road. So like there's this long stretch of road, and the house is right at the end. And then behind the house is this steep ass hill, like probably a 70-degree hill down into a forest. And he's as soon
That's a
as
hot hill.
it is a fucking it is a steep hill. And as soon as he breaks the wood, we see headlights at the end of the road coming towards us.
Oh.
And Peter, he looks at us and he's like, "That's 9-0." And we're like, "Fuck." So we all duck behind one of the
Fucking
walls.
nerd.
Nerd.
We
Didn't just call it the cops.
we duck behind one of the walls, and I'm like, "You're joking. Like, that's not the cops." And he's like, "Dude, he peeks up and he's like, "I'm dead serious. That's the cops." And they're pulling up. And we like we had all of our shit scattered around the house. Like my phone was somewhere, like everyone's phone like wasn't in their pockets, their keys, their wallet and shit. Like we didn't have our shit on us. So we like scrambled all of our shit together and we book it down this hill. And I'm wearing slides, and my fucking slide comes off at the bottom of the hill, and I trip and I eat shit. And
Yeah,
we hear like the doors open, the cop car, and like I grab my shoe, and like they're already like a little bit far back in the forest and dove into some bushes. And I remember like just diving into these bushes, and we're like ducked in these bushes, and Mike is freaking out.
Michael is a common.
Yeah, Michael's a common name. Yeah,
And
Mike
yeah.
is literally
Mike
short for
is
Michael.
short
Yeah,
for Michael.
true. So yeah, Michael, we're he's like
Start saying
shit.
names.
He's like shit. I left my phone up there, dude. I'm fucked. And Peter, he's like, no, dude, I got it right here. Like I got your phone. But we left Mike's speaker up there, his backpack, which had his name but not his last name, just his first name. And we left a bunch of shit up there that we forgot.
Yeah.
And the cops, I mean, they know we're in the forest somewhere, but they don't want to go down there. So they're like yelling. They're like, "We know you're down there. Like, come out now. It's gonna be a lot easier. We'll hang out here all night. You don't want us to get the dogs." Like, just trying to get us to come out. They weren't actually gonna get fucking dogs, you know.
The other
And-
cop's just gonna be standing there going.
Yeah.
Trying to get you guys to come out.
Starts
Pe-
making dog noises.
Down, boy.
Peter looks at me and he's like, dude, like if they come down here, I need you guys to take the fall. Like I just turned 18. You guys are 17. Like I was like, I get it, dude. Like don't
Team
worry
player,
about
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we hid in those bushes, and it's wet, it's raining, it's cold, it's dark, it's like 9 p.m. and we stayed in those bushes for like an hour and a half. And those cops were just shining their flashlights at the top of the hill looking for us. And finally they leave, and they're like, "If you want your speaker, you can come back to the BD police station." And we're just like, we stay there for another half hour because we're like, what if they're still there? You know, just waiting for us to come up. And then still, we're like, well, we could go up the hill, but as soon as we come up that hill, they're probably still up there waiting for us, right?
Right.
So we're like, we're gonna go through the forest the opposite direction and find a way out of here. So we start going through this forest, and I'm like sticker bushes. It's all just sticker bushes, and we're just having to crawl through it. So like and I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm getting cuts all up on my arms and shit.
Brother is shredded, but
And
not with lean.
We trek for like a mile
lean fat,
through these.
you know?
We trek for like a mile through these fucking sticker
You can
bushes,
speak. You don't have to.
and finally we get to this fence.
Fuck is that?
It's the shit off the
Christmas,
arm.
Oh,
it's a
okay.
Christmas tree.
Dismantling his chair.
Yeah, we finally
Who's
we get to this
nervy?
chain link fence, and it leads into some backyard of someone's house, and we're like
Silent Hill moment.
we could either keep going through the forest, or we could cut through their yard and see where we end up, and not be, we could be in public, not in a forest. So we hop this fence and run through this random ass person's yard, and then hop another fence. And Peter, he calls his cousin who was staying at his house at the time, and he's like, "Yo, we need your help. The cops just pulled up or whatever." And this guy, he had work at 5 a.m. and it's like midnight at this point. And he's like, "I got you." And he pulls up. He just sent him his location, and we
love
got
his
in his
cousin.
car, and we drove back to. It was a crazy experience. Crazy.
I remember
experience.
you telling me like the next day everything that happened, and I was just like, I think I was like at home playing video games. I was like, this is all happening as I'm just sitting there just playing COD.
Yeah.
You're fucking fighting for your life against the cops, foraging, going through the forest.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So it was a wild life. You got
Wild
any crazy
life.
stories there, retard?
You want to hear it? Okay. First of all, short and balding. Fat as shit.
I'm not balding.
Second of all, I got a story that makes me seem like an awful person.
I got
Yeah.
Send
plenty
it.
of those.
It's a bullying story.
Yes. Hey, people
Um,
deserve to be bullied these days. There's not enough
Okay.
of it.
Cheers to that,
Cheers to
brother.
that.
Damn right, fatty.
Hey, fatty. We're
Jesus.
cheersing.
I drank all my drink.
Okay, well, cheers an empty cup.
So
Cheers
okay.
again.
I don't know what name to give this guy, but you'll know
Boopy.
Yeah, Boopy.
Harry.
And Boopy
Give
has,
us an
Boopy
initial.
and Harry.
Boopy has autism.
Okay, I know this guy.
We've dialed it down to one person.
No, I'm not dialed in. Give me an initial.
He plays Halo.
Thinks he's or people get upset when you call him Native American.
Oh, okay. Yep.
His
Yep.
name in my phone is still the native.
We know Boopy. We know
So,
Boopy.
Boopy's a legend.
Boopy's not around anymore.
Boopy had a bad habit.
Boopy's not dead.
Boopy died in a wildfire accident.
Saw the flames is attracted like a moth.
When Boopy was still alive,
Jesus. Before we sent him out to pasture.
he had a pretty bad habit of telling this great joke where he would just say your mom and nothing else.
Oh yeah.
And it was great, and everybody hated it. But
He thought he was amazing.
Boopy, the raging autist that he was, we just let him say it. What are we gonna do? Except
Boopy was
for
cool.
one guy, a small little Polish guy. What's his name?
Harry.
Harry,
Harry.
the small little Polish guy. You know him.
Harry
Balding,
Fuller.
BMW, age 20.
CJ.
Yeah, CJ.
Yeah, CJ.
Yeah.
We'll call him CJ.
No, we're calling him Harry.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Harry.
Harry decides one day he's fed up, and Boopy comes up to him, having a nice conversation, and he drops your mom, and Harry says, "Boopy, my mom's dead." You guys don't know Harry, but his mom's not dead. An alcoholic she may be, but alive she is as well.
Very alive.
She's kicking.
Very alive. And
An alcoholic. But very...
and Boopy goes, she's not dead. And Harry says, ask anybody, go ask Alex. And they come up to me, and Boopy says, hey, is Harry's mom dead? And I don't know what's going on. And I've known his mom since I was a child. I saw her probably the day before, and I said, yeah, Boopy, she's dead.
like,
for as long as I've known Harry, his mom has been dead.
Harry never told any of us, but we all just knew instantly. That
This was the vibe.
This duo went up to people, and he kept going, no, she's not dead. And then he would ask person after person, and every single one of the person instinctively lied and said, yeah, Harry's mom is dead. And it was wild. He felt so bad. Like every time your mom joke was made, everybody would be like, dude, that's not cool. Harry's mom is dead, man. You can't.
You felt so bad.
You felt so bad for months.
Yeah, and listen, I don't feel good having lied about that.
No,
But it
we
was-
do.
You
It was
should.
hilarious.
You
Listen,
should.
okay. But the way he found out was so unfortunate. So a friend of a friend was talking. The friend of the friend, they were talking together of Boopy.
Mhm.
They were talking, and the friend of Boopy said, "Man, it just sucks that Harry's mom is dead." And the friend of a friend said, "Harry's mom isn't dead. I saw her last week.
No.
We had brunch together." And the friend of Boopy said, "Are you serious?" Called Boopy, said, "Harry's mom isn't dead." Called Harry, said, "Are you a fucking asshole? why would you lie to this poor little autistic boy for months and months and months?" And everything just came crashing down. Boopy would not talk to us for like a week. It was bad.
Yeah, I remember when he fought another autistic man.
Listen, okay.
And you got it. You got it.
You're the
And
only
I-
person that got injured.
And I
No,
I
he
didn't get injured.
He injured. No,
I
we'll get
injured.
to that because
You got like a bloody lip.
No, Boopy did.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I ripped his favorite vest, and the next day he came back and it was all sewed up.
We'll get to the sped fight, but
Yeah.
the story should be over, but it's not because Harry has another card up his sleeve. I don't know if you guys know this. What the fuck is this?
It's not good.
I mean, I'll drink it.
Alcohol over here.
Okay. Anyway,
Huckleberry.
Huckleberry.
Harry had another trick up his sleeve
It doesn't smell good.
against Boopy. So they were this little Australian exchange program, and the way they had it set up was awful. They didn't do background checks. They didn't check anything about us. And they had sheets, like just sheets with the fucking. It was like a character sheet for all these Australians, and you got to pick out your own, like an adoption agency.
He's leveled in.
Yeah, no, and they had these
Dex?
letters, and I don't know this guy's name. You guys will know him. Australian, probably has autism.
He did
Yep.
not level in Constitution
Word has
at
it.
all.
Got
we'll,
it.
we'll call him Lazy Eye.
Okay. Word has it, Boopy still writes letters to Santa.
Boopy definitely still writes letters to Santa, but
Boopy hasn't been broken.
Boopy
in
still
years.
sexually
but-
harasses women.
but Harry, I was running late, so Harry picked out my Australian for me, and I got this from him, and I didn't think anything of it. And I was reading the bio because there was like a description they got to write about
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah. You have the characters.
Yeah,
Description.
and you know there was like all the introductions and everything like that, and at the
Did
bottom,
I have their like weapon
Dude,
proficiencies
the Australian
and stuff?
Australian
Yeah,
update
boomerang
went
mostly.
crazy.
Boomerang. He was weapon.
at the bottom,
He had
of
to
it,
be. He had to be proficient in
the autism tree,
the fucking
didgeridoo, yeah.
the didgeridoo. Yeah.
So at the bottom
That's
of the
Monday.
bio,
Didgeridoo.
at the bottom of the bio, ham-fisted in,
Oh.
seemingly out of nowhere, it just said, also, my mom was tragically shot and killed in 2012. Fucking wild. Why would you write that, first of all?
Like everything's all normal, and then it's
Everything-
just,
yeah, it's just
my
an
mom
introduction.
got fucking murdered.
Hi, my name is Lazy Eye. I like this and I like this. Also, my mom was shot and killed in 2012. It was tragic. And I said, wow, that's awful. I'm going to have a god-awful time convincing Boopy of this. And a god-awful time I had. He did not believe me. Reasonably, we gaslit him for 6 months.
reasonably.
And I got him on an Xbox party together. And Boopy says, hey, Lazy Eye, your mom. And Lazy Eye, at my request, sent him a picture of her gravestone.
Oh my god! I could just feel Boopy's fucking heart just go.
Just raw.
Yeah, he's like,
And Boopy didn't talk to us for
At this
another
point,
week.
was Boopy still here or was Boopy moved?
Yeah, Boopy was here.
Okay. Boopy
Yeah,
was here.
Boopy hadn't moved to Wonderland yet.
No,
Yeah.
Boopy didn't go to racist land yet.
That's up for debate.
That's-
Anyone want to guess where that is?
Arizona.
A lot of-
Don't say it.
Arizona,
It's a big state.
specifically.
It's a big state.
Sedona.
His full name.
You know what? Fuck this guy. This is his whole name.
Yeah, no, he had bad autism. We probably shouldn't have done that.
So, it seems like we're coming to a close there. Solomon,
Yeah.
it's your turn to talk about Boopy. The victims class.
Let's all just share Boopy
In
stories.
Yeah,
Victorum's
So-
class.
So my Boopy story is him and we'll call the other kid Boner Boy.
That's
Yes!
fair. That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
fair.
give a quick
Only real ones will know.
I'll give a
that.
quick backstory about Boner Boy. We skipped school and he came with us one time, and there was a senior girl that was
He's
with
a
us.
freshman.
He was a freshman.
And he was a freshman, and we were sitting there watching a movie, and he had a blanket, and they were sharing a blanket, and she kind of pulled it back off of Boner Boy, and he sat there and he was wearing basketball shorts, and he very clearly had a boner.
Very clearly, full hard.
All three of us saw it.
Can I just say W Riz?
We saw it, and we were like, he has a boner. Boner boy has a boner. We have a boner.
Boner boy.
And he was like just like I'm not even joking. It was crazy for him to do this, but he just like looks at us and goes, "No, it's not hard yet."
Did you call him Boner
It was
Boy?
more like,
Oh yeah,
nah.
we call him Boner Boy.
But did you call him Boner Boy before that?
Not before that.
Like when you were accusing him, did you say Boner Boy is a boner?
No,
it was blank as a boner.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was blank as a boner. Blank as a
You
boner.
got to think about it. The way he said it, he was like, nah.
Yeah.
No.
And then about a week
Dude, it's
later,
not hard
about
yet.
a week
I hope
later,
he's doing okay.
He's
about a week
not.
later,
I
the
know.
four of us were skipping school again, and Boner Boy and the same girl were like wrestling, and he got another boner.
Of course.
It was on the person's house that we were in. We'll call him like Redhead. Or
You
something.
know that? You know that girl? She's married now and has
She's
a kid.
fucking married?
She has a kid.
Does she
kid?
still have her license? Because she was a god awful driver.
No, and she's actually very depressed.
Yeah, no,
I
yeah,
bet.
no.
I bet.
Yeah.
Which sucks. And
She should have
I
gone
hope
with Boner Boy. She'd have been so much
she
happier.
would have been so much happier. Boner Boy
That
would have treated her
four-inch wiener.
somewhere.
Married with a kid.
She was.
That's wild. Anyways, they started wrestling. Boner Boy got another boner, and the two of us, because she didn't know it at the time, the two of us were just sitting there watching his rock hard 4.5-inch wiener bursting through his pants.
His fucking basketball pants that
his
he always
basketball
wore.
shorts that he always wore, and we were like, "Hey, you have a boner, you have a boner," and he like looks up at us, and like you guys know who he is, so he kind of like looks up at us.
Has that glaze over his eyes.
Yeah, he has that
Yeah.
glaze over his eyes and that kind of like open mouth. And,
Yeah.
like, the weird hair, and he's
Yeah.
just like, "It's not hard yet." Again,
Yeah,
again.
It's not hard yet.
Oh, every single time.
Bro says, I got another 4 millimeters to go, baby.
But Boner Boy and Boopy got into a fight one time. I don't remember what it was, but they were like,
They were arguing.
they
Big
were
time.
arguing about something. We were in the green screen
It was an
room.
autism argument.
We were in the green screen room of the.
Dude, I remember hearing it from
In a
outside, and
victim's
I ran
class.
inside
A
because I wanted to see
victim's
this happen.
class.
I
And-
remember
yeah,
just trying to get
we
shit done.
There was probably like 6 of us sitting in that room. And
No,
they-
there was so much
And the
more.
whole time I was blissfully editing a video in
Okay,
the other
can I
room.
fucking say this story,
No.
please?
This is a podcast we add to the conversation, so it's not just you talking, buddy. All right.
Trying to get through this, man.
There's no reason to get through this. We got plenty of
Yeah.
time.
There's like
Elaborate. Get us invested in the story.
Okay,
right?
we're all gonna say one word each. Okay, try
All
to
right.
go.
Pickle.
Boy.
Autism.
Good luck, Solomon.
I.
Hate.
Autism.
Solomon, your turn.
Finish your story. Finish your story.
So we're all sitting in the green screen room, and they were getting into an argument over something stupid. It's pizza
no.
for lunch. No, it's not just for lunch. Like,
I
it
was,
was just-
gonna say toy trains.
It was just
I-
something fucking stupid.
I vaguely
Actually,
remember them arguing.
Yeah, it was like the LHX 5000 is the best train. It's like, dude, shut
No,
the fuck
they
up.
were literally just butting heads, like
Yeah.
autistic rhymes.
They were
And they
just
were
like,
always
I'm more
like,
autistic. No, I am.
no, yeah, seriously, the entire time they were like, well, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Like
it
all
was-
the time.
It was Lane just going, dude.
It was
Yeah,
boring.
Lane kept
Drop his name. No, drop his
Yeah,
name.
drop his
Fucking
name.
Lane.
His name.
Lane,
Anyway,
Lane
Lane.
kept wanting the fight, and like I know.
Yeah. And they start.
And just
They
for
get
reference,
into a little
Boop-
autistic scuffle, like they're chickens with their fucking little
Boopy-
arms, and they're like
Boopy is
kind
like 2
of hitting
feet
each
taller
other.
than Lane.
I don't know
Also-
if you remember this, but it was just fucking Boopy got him in a headlock and was just like missing every punch.
Yeah.
And like nothing is being done on the other side. And then our great hero Solomon comes in to separate the fight,
Yeah.
giving Boopy a bloody lip, the only injury of the entire encounter.
Yeah.
This happened in a classroom.
Yeah,
by
I know,
the
and
way.
I was
During
like-
school.
I was
During
like,
school.
I don't know. I don't want to repeat exactly what I said because I'm not 100% sure if I said it, but I was like, you fucking asshole, like, get off each other, and like grabbed both of their backs. And
Dude,
just-
I got a
hold
little
them-
bit of. I became a little bit of a boner boy when you said
yeah,
that.
no, I grabbed them and just ripped them apart, and I just hear,
like
And
fucking Velcro.
I see Boopy like grabbing his lip, and I'm like, the fuck? And I'm like, dude, are you serious?
You
am
dumbass.
am I the only person who did any fucking damage? We had him in a headlock, and you're 2 feet taller than him.
I don't want to make Solomon out to not be the great hero that he was, but they were in that scuffle for like a good 10 seconds before he finally jumped up and intervened.
Well, no one else was doing it.
Yeah, I was watching.
I was just
them.
watching. Yeah.
I was
Dude.
watching them, and then I
We were
realized
all
no one
watching.
else was doing anything, and I was like, "Why?" Boopy's gonna fucking kill himself because he's missing so many. He's like punching himself in the liver.
The
Like,
things that happened in that green screen room, it's unbelievable. Like,
we had kids hanging from the
I was
rafters.
gonna say we went
Kids
to
in
the
the
rafters.
dude, there's one time, there's like 6 of us in there. I couldn't tell you everyone, but one of them was Devin. I've said his name. I
Yeah.
can just say Devin's name.
What a hottie.
And there was like 6 of us in there, and someone had brought like that hot sauce wheel, like challenge wheel,
Yeah,
where
I
you spin it
I was
and then
there for that.
yeah.
I remember.
And like, and we played a whole round, and everyone was done, but no one got the hottest hot sauce. And Devin's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to try it.
Dude.
Like, I want to try it. And bro, instead of just putting like a little dab on his finger or something,
Take a
like he would
shot.
do, no, he didn't take a shot. He pours half the bottle out on his hand.
Yeah, like,
And then bro, yeah, licks his hand, and he starts immediately. Like, you can see the look on his face. He's like, I fucked up. And like, so he's like freaking out, like it's burning hot, but he starts to like do better. He's like finally getting it down. He's like doing good. And then he just runs outside in the middle of the class and throws up all over the concrete outside. And he keeps throwing up. And like the teacher, Victorum, Victor, he's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck happened? We're just like, he's sick.
He don't feel so good.
I feel like
Victor was so easy to fucking.
Victor?
I feel like people listening might think he's a negligent teacher. And
No, he's the best teacher of all time.
no, but he was so negligent.
He was.
Okay, I think we should.
We
tell
took
victim
advantage
stories.
of him.
There was
We
a time-
did. Dude, wait, can
I
I tell one victim
yeah.
story real quick?
I got Boopy victim
So-
stories.
Okay, so this was the second time I took video production, and I had it with Solomon this year. And so Victim and Victim liked me and Solomon. We were some of his favorite students. Even though we fucked around a lot in his class, we always turned around in our assignments, and he liked us. So we had a friend. His name, I'm just gonna say his name because
Fuck
it's
that guy.
Yeah, Mark. It was Mark.
Dude,
No,
yeah.
say
It was
his full
Mark.
name, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, Mark. So we had fourth or fifth period. This was the start of the year.
Mark Miller.
MM. This was this we had a fourth or fifth
Mother's
period
milk.
video
Mark
production,
Andrew Miller.
and we had just been talking about how great video production was. And Mark, he had welding at the time, and he was like, dude, I hate welding. I want to get out of welding. This was like the first or second week of school. We're like, yeah, video production is awesome. Like, we got to get you in, because it was early still, so you can talk to your counselor and switch your class. So Mark, he doesn't talk to his counselor, but he told us he did. So this was Friday night football game. We're watching the game. Me, Mark, and Solomon are sitting next to each other, and we see Victor walk by, and bro's gotta be, he's drunk or high or something. Bro, his eyes were glazed. His eyes were glazed.
Yeah.
And we look at him and we're like, hey, Wallace, what's up? And he's like, oh, hey, guys. And he's like laughing. And me and Solomon look at him and just like, this is Mark. He's your new student. He's in your fifth period class. And Victim, he's like, oh, sick. Awesome. So Mark, he still had never talked to his counselor. He never actually left the welding class for that fifth period. And the next week, that next Monday, Mark just shows up to, fifth period video production, like he was in that class.
Like he's in that class.
And we were expecting him to get kicked out because, he never actually went to his counselor. He never actually got enrolled in the class, but he's on the attendance sheet. And we're like, what the fuck? he's on the attendance sheet. And we're like, we're just so fucking confused. We're like, how did you get on the attendance sheet? And he's like, I don't know. I didn't do anything. And so he looks later that day, and he got marked as there for his fifth period video production class, but absent for his fifth period welding class. So he was in both the classes because he never went to his counselor. And Wallace just must have enrolled him in his class because he can do that, and he was
Just saying
stoned.
his name now. That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Victim.
Victim.
Yeah, I remember I wouldn't want to go to any of my classes, so I would just show up in his classroom and be like, hey, can I stay here? And he would always be like, oh, for sure. And I would genuinely work on stuff in his classroom.
Yeah.
Because he was a solid teacher, and he would be teaching something up front, or and by teaching I mean hey, we're gonna watch a music video, and you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
are gonna
Or he
dissect it.
Yeah, no, he just talked
Yeah.
about his life all the time.
Yeah,
Dude, it was
yeah.
Dude,
He
yeah,
was
we'd
awesome.
spend 20 minutes just talking about his life, and then we
Yeah.
just go do our own
Talk
shit.
to, man. Like,
Dude.
you gotta
Sometimes he
respect
talked for the entire period. And be
Yeah.
like,
He
"Oh,
was
you
the
guys
best.
got only
He
like
was the
5
best.
minutes left. Sorry, my bad. This today.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You
And
guys
then,
I'll give you an extra day on your video project.
Yeah.
Make the
Yeah,
day-to-day
I'm like
later.
99% sure that I'm the reason that they cracked down on his class the following.
Oh, 100%. No, it was all of us because we were just we
We were terrible.
we would just take a camera and just walk around campus all class period.
Yeah.
Because
But you know what's funny is we would get shit done, and we would get shit done better than anyone else.
But also, Wallace
Dude.
would do the same thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, he was always
Dude,
like, "Your
well-
camera is your hall pass."
Well, the issue is when we recorded a video in the teachers' lounge and fucking
Oh my god! And somebody came up.
It was SN.
Yeah.
And-
You could
yes,
just say
yes. Neil
Say his name.
Steinman Neil.
Oh.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
She walked in and she was like, "What are you doing in here? This is the teachers' lounge." We're like, "We're recording a video for Wallace's class." "You're not allowed in here." Flash the camera. Ugh. Fucking walks out
I thought you were gonna talk about the time where we broke in
Broke.
to the portable.
to the portables.
That we didn't break in. It was unlocked.
It was
unlocked.
unlocked.
I mean, we broke in. I
It
mean,
was
we
unlocked.
weren't supposed to be
And then-
there.
Oh,
No,
nice.
that
And then-
story.
Yes.
That story is fucking insane.
And then the fucking
Oh
teacher
my
comes in and is like,
God.
Are you guys?
So no, so we didn't. So okay, so this is when we were really just careless with video
Yeah.
production. This was the start of that year, and we didn't even bring a camera with us. We just figured out that this portable.
Sunday.
Fair. We just figured out that this portable was unlocked.
Just activate him.
So we were just going to that portable every single day during Wallace's and just fucking around.
Yeah.
And in that portable, we figured out that so like it wasn't an active classroom, obviously, but the Promethean board still worked.
A little bit of context. Our school was under construction, so the
Yeah,
portables were
yeah.
like classrooms, but then it was in construction, or it was
It was
finally
done. Yeah. So, but we figured out the entire school's Wi-Fi was run through that classroom. There's
Yeah.
a big old black box with the Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
and it was me, Solomon, Trevor, and Mark there
And Devin.
with Devin, and without a camera. We didn't have a camera, and Mark decides to crawl into the Wi-Fi box. So he's just inside the Wi-Fi box. We close it on him, and he's just hanging out in there. And a teacher walks into the fucking classroom. And he's like, "What are you guys doing in here?" And we don't have a camera, but we're like, "Oh, we're in Wallace's class. You know, we're just recording a video." I'm destroying this fucking chick.
You are, dude.
Yeah.
You're fucking shredding
Fucking
it.
autistic.
Yeah. So we're like, you know, we're just recording for Wallace's class. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And like, there's a he was like, "There's just a teachers meeting in here. There's just a teachers meeting in here, like in an hour or so. So just make sure you're out of here by then." And we're like, "Yeah, we'll be out of here by then." And he walks into the classroom through the door, and right next to the Wi-Fi box is the thermostat. So he walks right next to the Wi-Fi box, which Mark is still in, by the way. And there's like little holes in this box, so you can see through it.
Yeah.
And he's fucking with the thermostat on the wall, and he turns to his left and fucking makes eye contact with Mark inside the Wi-Fi box. He makes eye contact with him through the little fucking hole. And he just turns back to the thermostat, fucks with it a little bit more, and walks
Gets
out.
the fuck
And
out of
doesn't
there.
say a word.
But that is where our greatest video came from, which was 7 ways to get ISS.
Yeah, Mark
which
Landia
is on
Productions. Go
Mark
watch
Landia
it.
on YouTube. That is what happened after that, because we were like, "Fuck, we need to make a video."
Yeah, we need to actually bring a camera
was
if
the
we're gonna
teacher?
keep hanging on here. I don't know. I have no idea who that dude was.
What did they look like? I'll name drop.
It was just a younger guy.
Such a
It,
generic
look-
white
it,
dude.
a generic white dude. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it was. I don't even
Seriously.
remember who it was. but
I don't think
like,
it was a teacher. I think it was an office guy.
Yeah, like an administrator.
Yeah,
They only hired overweight women. I don't think that was an office guy.
Oh,
I'm not sure. I
Bro,
Yeah, he
also
looked like-
wasn't supposed to
he-
be in
he-
there. He was setting up
he-
for it to explode.
he looked like Stunkle if Stunkle was 30 years younger.
That might have been. Oh, I know him.
It wasn't Rob.
No, I'm blanking on his name. He was my zoology teacher.
Really.
That's possible.
He's
That's
pretty
possible.
young, like really young. Right?
Yeah, he was a younger guy.
I would quit my job to go back into that class. Like if you
Dude.
told me, "Hey, Monday you get to go back in that class, so you quit your job." Absolutely, I don't care.
That-
Fuck car payments. I'm going back.
Wait, zoology or that portable?
No, Wallace's class.
Oh, Wallace's. Yeah. Wallace's was dope.
I would want to be a TA. For
What
him.
there was a kid there was a kid in that class
Hey.
that's like actually doing video production now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Almost spilled his
Almost
last
spelled
name.
Yeah,
his last
Jordan.
name.
But yeah, he's at a film school in a place. I
He,
won't
he's
mention.
up and coming.
Should we say our last name because then we get some clout. All right.
Oh,
then,
hold on.
I don't
He's
think he
up
wants
and
to be associated with us.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. Okay, who the
We-
hell is Ed?
he-
Okay.
Remember the guy that yelled at us? Hey, stop messing around, you kids.
Was that the fucking the trans dude with the
No,
fucking pink
no,
hair?
that was not him. That was the part of that group though. Like he turned around because we were just.
Oh
joking
no,
in the back.
it was when we were sophomores or juniors, and that guy was a senior.
Yeah, he called us kids, and we were like,
Yeah, because we always hung out in the
Fuck
back and
you,
fucked around.
Tranny.
we
I
love.
know exactly who you're
Yeah,
talking about.
same.
Yeah, with the glasses.
The
Yeah.
cousin
The
of
hat.
one of our close friends.
Really?
Really?
Oh
initials?
my god.
Initials?
Yeah.
Initials?
SF.
Mr. Business.
Mr. Business.
Okay,
Mr.
yep.
Business himself.
No fucking way.
That's his cousin.
Who the
no
fuck is Mr.
way.
Business?
The long hair, pink hair.
SF. That's crazy.
We knew the cousin first. I went to elementary school with him.
I've heard of him
Individual.
because of you guys, because of you and Daniel.
I remember hearing a story. This is kind of off topic.
That's
But I remember
crazy.
hearing a story from AS. He said that he went to this guy's house because he wanted to hit his nicotine.
Ek or is
AS.
AS.
Well, there's two.
There's
Short
two
blonde.
AS.
Short blonde.
Okay.
Oh, stupid.
The one
That's
that's
why I
been his
said.
friend.
That's why I
forever.
said ick or is.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, that's fair.
Well, I didn't
That's
understand.
fair.
I just didn't understand that.
Did you guys
I
ever use
remember
that
he said he went to
Yeah,
somebody's house whose name I'm not going to mention because this is just embarrassing. But apparently he was like bisexual or something. He didn't know
Monday?
until he walked into his house, into
Monday?
his room, and there was just a big old dildo
Oh.
on like next to his bed.
Well, did he hit it?
No,
Did he
Did he
take
hit
a
the
hit?
dildo?
you know, he took a picture and sent it to me and was like,
AS sent a
he was
picture?
like, yeah, and he was like,
I fucked
So
up.
wait, did this bisexual guy? You fucked up the audio. Did this bisexual guy go to our school?
yes, he did.
Do you have an initial for me so I can kind of figure out?
I
who
don't
this
even
is?
want to name drop him because that's just
Don't
kinda
name
fucked
drop
up.
him.
You're,
No,
Give
it's-
us an
no.
initial.
Whisper-
we're gonna name drop this afterwards.
Dude,
I
I don't
wanna
even
know.
remember his
Whisper
name, but his
prophecy.
last name started with an H, and it wasn't Joe.
I know. I guessed. I
You
guessed.
got
Wait,
it?
who was it? Who do you think it was?
Give us an initial.
They're twins.
Yeah.
Twins?
Yeah.
Twins. The only twins I know
I'll
are
pull up a
the
fucking
Zwingles.
picture. I'll pull up a
Yeah,
picture.
but he was,
Wait.
he sent me a
I'll pull up
picture.
a picture of the
He
twins.
sent me a picture while he was in his room. And there
Oh,
was just like
no
an
fucking
8-inch
way.
dildo. Yeah.
Dude, the dude that fucking went train hopping across the country.
And
Oh,
sucked
did
it
he?
for, sucked it
Yes!
for meth money.
Yes.
No way!
He went across the country just hopping on fucking trains.
Why?
I was taking my videos on a Snapchat.
Yeah, he
story,
posted videos on his Snapchat story.
dude. Me and Charlie watched this man travel
Dude,
the
it
world.
was like a fucking like 3-season fucking.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
My brother
Drama
was on this
TV
kid's
show.
hit list. And
Oh, for sure, that guy had
I
a
was
hit
given
list.
like
hit list.
Yeah, that guy had a hit list.
I was
he had a
Dude.
few.
I was
Oh,
pretty.
yeah.
I was pretty chill with him. I actually do. I actually genuinely.
He was
do.
cool.
he was
Me and
cool.
Devin
I-
took edibles
and
with
his sister was.
His sister
I-
was
okay.
rough, but I'd pipe her just because she's a woman.
But she's like a 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's like a 3, but she's a
Dude,
AS,
I can't
AS,
believe that.
AS
claims
made out with her in a
claims to
minivan.
have, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
But anyway, I had like a real time event with this individual, the bisexual,
Yeah.
where I was walking home from school.
Was it a live event? Can anybody come to this?
Oh, like the
No,
Trevor Scuff
it
one
was, it was like, it was like one of those
concert?
dialogue events where like the time's ticking down, you have to answer.
Oh, a QTE. Quick
Yeah,
time
yeah,
event.
no, and I was walking by
You
like a
just made that
store
up.
where
Oh.
we would often hang out after school.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, you know the one, and
Oh,
Well, Walmart.
and this gentleman,
Target.
this gentleman was sitting outside,
Bass
and
Pro
he saw me walking by, and he recognized me as somebody that goes to the school, not as the brother of somebody on his hit list.
Mhm.
And he said, he hopped up on like the wall area and did like a Spider-Man pose and said, "Hey, can you buy me a lighter?" And I was cycling through reasons he would need a lighter in my head. The biggest one, obviously, drugs.
Yeah.
My heart was pounding. Second one, maybe he has a bomb.
Oh, yeah,
And I
An
think,
old timey bomb.
and I think, I don't want to be around this kid, but I don't want to join his hit list.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave him $3 to buy a lighter, and then just kept walking.
Nice. That's a good move. I hung out with this kid once outside of school, and I don't remember. I don't remember who was all there, but it was me, him, and Devin for sure. And there were some other people, and we were smoking, and we're just like sitting around a fire in his backyard and we're smoking, and we're at his house in Black Diamond, and we're sitting sitting around a fire. It's fine, dude, it's fine.
Brain dance.
We're sitting around the fire in his backyard, and he looks at us and he's like, "I have a gun."
That's exactly what you want to hear.
That's the last thing you want to hear. When
No,
you're already
the first
baked
thing.
out of your mind, you hear, "I have a gun" from the guy's house that
is-
you're at.
Yeah,
That is
Yeah.
genuinely terrifying, even when you're sober.
yeah.
Someone's
Yeah.
like, "I have a gun," or they're like, "Do you have a gun?" And then they
Speaking
flash,
of-
and then they flash theirs.
Speaking
I'm
of,
still not talking about it. I still will not talk about that because that was
that
sketchy.
story is incredible.
That was sketchy. That's really personal.
Yeah,
to a very
for
close
sure,
friend.
for sure. No.
Anyways, but so they
Yeah, he's just like, "I have a gun," and me and Devin look at him. We're like, "Oh, cool."
dope.
We finished that joint and we were out in like 10 minutes.
Oh,
You were
yeah.
like, "We actually gotta go.
We gotta go.
You're not good to drive. We'll walk."
Listen, believe it or not, I have heard tell
Push the
that this guy is a reasonable person now.
I have heard. I have too.
I
heard
believe it.
He's no longer sucking dick for meth money.
Hey, and you know
Is he
what?
back here?
Can we get a hoorah
Is
for
he
that
on the
guy?
other side of the
3,
gun?
2, 1.
I think
Hoorah!
he's here. No. I'm not gonna hoorah for that.
Hey, not sucking dick for meth money is a fucking
Dude,
hoorah,
that's a
my
come
man.
up right there.
That has to come up.
No pun intended. Oh my
He's
God.
definitely not doing that anymore.
That was genuinely
That's a
no
former
pun
come up.
intended. I said that's a come up right there, and I saw COME in my head, not CUM.
You always see cum in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
We're at an hour 6 right now. What
I have a
what are you
femboy story.
thinking? Okay, we'll keep going.
I kind of hinted at this earlier, but I wanted to save it. Man, it was kind of fucked up. So
Proceeds to tell it anyway.
I'll tell it.
What I said was really bad, so this is what I said.
Yeah, so I don't have the person's woman name, but a dead giveaway should have been that somebody called them Josh earlier today. I proceeded to understand that they were a woman, and I had kind of been like talking to him and like kind of hanging out with them, and I was like, oh, this person's like actually pretty cool. I was like, and you know what? Like for a coworker, they're like fairly attractive too.
Oh,
So
God.
I start heading out to work. I start heading out.
You
to
had a
lunch.
Mr. Business story,
I did have a Mr. Business story,
but accidental.
And it might be worse than it is. It's not good. I start heading out to lunch, and they come up to me, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna head to Panda Express for lunch," and they're just like, "Oh, sweet, I'll come, I'll pay." And I was like, "Oh, absolutely, for sure, that's awesome." So we're sitting there having lunch, having a good time, and I'm like getting along with this person very well. Like they're
you're hitting it off right now.
yeah, I'm hitting it
Like
off.
you're about to get some
Like,
fucking.
I'm
pussy.
hitting it
You
off,
can
and
see
I'm
a
like,
future with this
yeah.
person.
And it's funny because I was thinking about the future, and I was like, why are there no kids in this? I'm sitting there, and I'm talking about high school, and I'm really glad I brought it up because then they're like, oh yeah, this is a picture of me and my buddies in high school, and they show me the picture, and it's just like 3 dudes,
Where's the?
and I was like, oh, where are you? And they're like, oh, I'm there on the left, and I was like, that's a dude. They're like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I dabble in like cross dressing and stuff.
Dabble.
I dabble.
Dabble.
And
Dabble.
I looked at this what I thought was like fucking gorgeous woman, and I was like, and I just looked at her and I said, are you like a femboy or something?
You fumbled. You fumbled.
Like just a total fucking autistic moment. Are you a femboy or something?
This is the same guy that last week said "mommy milkers."
Yeah.
So this is
And
expected.
They look at me dead in the eyes and they're like, yeah. And I immediately like fight or flight and I'm flying. And I was like,
You
I was-
said that same quote last week.
did I really
Yeah,
fight or
you
flight
said-
and I'm flying?
Yes, that
I don't
same
even
quote.
remember. I don't even
Dave
remember that.
or the arcade.
Oh,
It wasn't
yeah,
actually Dave and
yeah,
Buster's.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right, that's right.
yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I was like, I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick. I fucking went out the back door and walked back to work. And I get there and I'm sitting there for like 20 minutes. I'm not even joking because I have a watch that'll tell me like my heart rate and stuff. My heart rate was at like 140 for like, for like half an hour. And they finally come back and I see them, and they just look fucking livid. And they walk up to me, and they're like, "Where'd you go?" I was like, I'm gonna be honest. I left because you're a dude. I was like, I thought you were a woman and you're a dude. And they're like, is that a problem? And I was like, yeah, that's a problem. I was like, that's a huge problem. Like, why is that a problem? I'm like, because I'm into women, and I thought you were a woman. And as soon as you were like, yeah, I'm a dude, it was like an instant turnoff. I will never be able to look at like a genuine woman again, like in the same way, ever again. And it was like a, I'm gonna report you to HR. So you know what I did? I went down to HR and I said, hey, just so you guys know, there's gonna be someone coming in like 5 minutes, and they're gonna say that I discriminated against them because they're dressing as a woman, but they baited me because I thought they were a woman and they're actually a man. And the lady looks at me and goes, "That's no problem. We'll take care of it."
Oh,
at the end of the day, I just double checked. I'm like, hey, did this person come in and say anything? And she's like, yeah, didn't even write a report. It's okay.
That's crazy.
You're
wow.
awesome.
Clutch.
You're fucking awesome, Crystal. I love you.
So I don't have any crazy stories about like femboys, but I like every time I'm on Tinder and I see like someone that says like trans girl in their fucking bio, I take a screenshot and I send it to Trevor, and I'm like 1 out of 10. And there was one time where he's like, dude, she's bad. I was like, no, she's a dude.
Listen.
She was bad.
I'm not attracted to them at all, because like as soon as I find out they're actually a man, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not attracted to them. But there are times. Trevor just took a selfie, and he's oh my god. There are times where I'll see like a trans woman, and I'll be like, holy shit.
Like, and how was that a dude at once?
Yeah, and then I'll be like digging back. Like when I see an attractive woman, unless I instantly know that they're actually a woman, I have to like dig back on it before I jerk off to
it's
the
2020. It's 2023, everyone.
Yeah, no, I genuinely have to be like, I just gotta.
Let's just make sure this isn't a dude.
I can tell the Mr. Business femboy story if you guys want. I know.
Dude, yeah, we're good.
I gotta pee.
You were there, so you don't need to hear
Yeah.
this. So we were at a place that I am currently employed at. It is a grocery store, and we were
Target.
Walmart.
hell.
Hell.
And we were going to get stuff. I was at the bank cashing a check, so they were inside, and they come up to me and they said, and Mr. Business says, "Dude, we just saw somebody that oh my god, Instagram famous. They're not. But Mr. Business pulls up pictures and says, "We just saw this person."
You're destroying the audio.
And Mr. Business pulls up the Instagram of this femboy, and it is just ass pics like crazy. A very delicate frame on this former boy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. He liked every post from this femboy, but from before we saw them.
Oh my
god! He
god.
liked every single post, and then the femboy hit him up, slid in his DMs. And I said, you should completely ignore the femboy, but keep liking the posts. He didn't do that. He responded back, and they were talking for a while. And I brought up that he was flirting with this femboy for a bit. And I think that made him feel a little bad, because Mr. Business goes on he goes on a date with this femboy.
No way.
So you didn't know this?
I didn't know
it's
this.
Crazy. So they're talking, deciding what to do for the date. And Mr. Business says, yeah, I really like to go antiquing. And the femboy says, "Oh, I'd fuck up an antique store." And
I'm back.
So they go antiquing. They go to an antique store, and in Mr. Business's own words, they did not fuck up that antique store.
Oh.
In fact, they did not get a single thing. They did not look at anything. The femboy seemed uncomfortable at this antique store. So I was like, you know what, whatever. We'll go to this restaurant that might give people listeria. And then, and then we'll go back to the other hobby that I have, which is disc golf. We play disc golf, and they were eating burgers in the parking lot, and he said, "Do you want to throw a disc around?" And the femboy said, "No, I don't." And he said, "That is the last straw." And he said he went to drop off the femboy at home, but not before a few thoughts crossed his mind that said, "Nobody knows I'm here. Nobody knows I'm with it. I could kill this person."
Oh my god!
I don't know why he thought this. He said, I could kill this person and nobody would ever know, which is fucking wild.
That is a crazy thought.
But
Mr.
yeah,
Business has autism.
and then he was like, I don't know, should I ghost the femboy? And I was like, yeah, you probably should.
Didn't seem like a good time.
But he kept talking to the femboy, and then I don't know what happened. I think they asked to fuck, and he finally decided that was enough. Mr. Business is a critter.
That's
He is.
crazy.
He's a
Dude,
guy, that's for sure.
He catfished a femboy. That's crazy.
Okay.
But the femboy was kind of bad.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
Femboy was
Yeah,
kinda
like
bad.
I said earlier,
I never saw a picture.
1
of this
in
femboy.
10% of all femboys or trans women are gorgeous, but they have a penis.
Gay. Just
That's a
kidding.
problem.
I'm gay.
That's a
I'm
problem.
kidding.
I will say this in total defense.
It's okay to be gay.
I'll take responsibilities for my actions today, but I will say that I have been completely ghosted and blocked by the woman that I was talking to before, as of this morning. So,
Oh no.
so as soon as it was like, hey, do you want to go to lunch? I'll pay. Or as soon as it was like, I'll come with you, I'll pay. I was like, absolutely. I was like, I get to go on a date with a gorgeous woman. I was like, this is awesome. This is a huge come up. It was a fucking dude.
It was a fucking
It was a dude.
I feel like
They have a penis.
that's did they go by a different name?
I have no idea.
You didn't hear the name
Doesn't
once.
even know the
No,
name.
I didn't hear the name. And then, well,
Only knows
I
Josh.
had been hearing the name Josh like all week because they're fairly new. We're all still in training. They're former military.
Oh, it's
I
all
can't find
army, right?
I actually have no idea.
It's probably
I can't
Army.
find her.
But
Can't find
Wait, I remember her name.
their name.
I've seen seldom few pictures of this femboy.
I didn't
but-
see the femboy.
There was somebody we've talked about, Peter, from a former story.
Mm-hmm.
Peter commented on the femboy,
Okay.
and Peter was very against how feminine this femboy looked, and at one point screamed, she shouldn't be this beautiful.
I don't want to see the femboy's ass. Can I see the femboy's face?
No, that's not what's important.
I want to see the femboy's face. That's a dude. You can still tell that that's a dude. That's.
No, but see the tuck.
I don't want to see the ass.
No, check the tuck.
No, check the top.
That's.
What does the
That's
femboy
like-
look like? Show me.
I'm not.
Show me a
Yeah,
picture that you would
what
show
the
my
fuck?
7-year-old brother.
Sorry, but you.
Show me one where they're half naked.
Yeah.
Trevor, you're looking at that with a little too much love in
Yeah, Trevor has.
What?
Why didn't you show Solomon?
Trevor, what the fuck, dude?
Solomon's turning into boner boy.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm not into that.
Why not?
Like, I've seen femboys that have like a feminine face structure, but that femboy has a masculine face
Holy
structure.
shit, that is a straight up dude.
That femboy
Yeah,
looks like
that's a straight up dude. That's what I
Bo
mean.
Burnham.
Like,
Anyways, should we call it
It's
here?
a dream.
we probably should.
We
We're,
probably
we're at
should.
117.
Yeah, let's call it here.
Are any stories? Anything else?
Any
Or
last
we're,
minute stories?
we're this is it.
I might have to jerk off after this.
This is it. All right.
Yeah, what's that femboy's Instagram?
I'll send it to
All
you.
right.
Don't worry.
We're ending it here. Does anyone else want to shout out their Fortnite username like Solomon so gladly did last week?
Chunky Cheese 919.
Lemon.
That's my Xbox gamer tag. Add me on Xbox. I will not add you back, because I am awful in social situations.
He is. And then lemon lime extract or gooey Leo.
Oh yeah, you could do both. All right.
Wow.
We're out of here. Piss Pit episode 5. Goodbye everyone.